In progress.
So you're the first one in class today. We'll be getting started in about 15 minutes to give people an opportunity to come in. We have people coming in right now, even as we're speaking. This is going to be a good class. So far, we have people from about 25 different locations that are going to be taking part of this workshop, including those from Canada and England as well. So let's give them an opportunity to chime in. We'll be getting started in about 15 minutes. The time is 5:27. Thank you for getting here early. Know that everybody that attends this class, in addition to getting a wealth of information, you also will be getting a certificate that you can use as you go for grants. One of the things that funders like to see is that what type of professional training that you've taken. So this gives you an opportunity to present that presentation. So we do have 2 people in class so far. Give a shout out. What state are you coming from, and what's the name of your nonprofit? As other groups begin to chime in. Anybody can jump in. Tell me who you are and your nonprofit. A little bit about your nonprofit.
My name is Aileen Green, and my nonprofit is Able Buddies NC. I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina in the house. Excellent. You're going to love this presentation because it's a lot of money in North Carolina, as it is around the nation. What we tell folks, and what is true, is that there are over 130,000 funders that fund nonprofits throughout the United States and abroad. That's not to mention government grants that individuals can go for as well. What this workshop does is to teach how to build capacity so you can go after those dollars. So we also have Lewis. Can you tell us who you are? What part of the country are you coming from in the name of your nonprofit?
My name is Sherelle Lewis. I'm from Tampa, Florida, and nonprofit Open Hands Helping Hearts.
Excellent. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, what we're trying to do, we're waiting for other people to chime in. As you know, with this tradition, people come in late. So we give people 15 minutes to come into class. That way, anybody that is in class prior to that, if you have any questions that you want to answer prior to class, this will be a good opportunity to pose those questions. This video is being broadcast live on all of our social media, including Zoom, as well as LinkedIn, X, and Instagram. All of those formats are being YouTube. Did I mention YouTube as well? It's going to be broadcasting simultaneously on all of those different platforms. So, Louis, what is it that your nonprofit does?
I actually work with disabled clients. I assist them with I guess pretty much you would say like home health aid. I assist them with their daily tasks in life. So I have that. I have my own agency.
Are you a for-profit or a non-profit?
Nonprofit.
Oh yeah, you're at the right place to be looking for the moolah. So Green, tell us about your nonprofit. Give us a little bit of information about your nonprofit.
I work with special needs individuals as well. I host special needs dances every month, and help provide families with a support system.
Excellent. Now, what was your current source of funding?
Mine is usually local businesses sponsor our events.
Oh man, we're going to teach you how to bring in a lot of money. You're going to love this right here. This will probably be the best workshop you ever attend. Because when you leave this workshop and you go back to your group, y'all going to say, we went the money man. We got the bag now. Now we ready to go after the dollars. Patrick, just join us. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what part of the country you're coming from. Patrick, are you here? Can you unmute yourself? Tell us what part of the country you're coming from. Okay, let's go over to Truman. Tell us a little bit about you and what nonprofit you represent and what state you represent.
Hey, I'm Marcel Turman. I'm coming from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and I represent. I'm the executive director of Revolution Red. We're a new nonprofit. We just got legitimized in October of 2023, so I'm excited to be here.
Actually, I was just telling the panel that's here now. That says that's over 130,000 funders that fund nonprofits. Unfortunately, if you go online, you probably only find a handful of them. This workshop talks about where the money is and how to get it. We work with nonprofits in all facets of putting that nonprofit together, from operation, from start to operation to expanding that nonprofit. As we speak, more people are jumping in. We want to get folks, it's 5:33. We want to give people 10 more minutes to jump in. Cooper, who are you? What part of the country are you from? Cooper, can you unmic yourself? Okay, that's that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Good afternoon. I'm Tanisha Cooper. I'm from the Detroit, Michigan area in Michigan.
You from where again?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, we got a couple folks that's coming from your part of the town. Y'all probably ganging up in here. Okay, let me see. Bosco. Josephine Bosco, who are you and what part of the world are you coming from?
Yes, hi, I'm from New York City.
New York. We got quite a few people coming from New York as well. So before we get started, we've already had some nonprofits talk about who they are and what they do. So chime in. Again, this is being broadcast around the country. And guess what? We got funders that are tapping in on this to see who's our latest class of people that's going for our nonprofit development. So tell us, Briscoe, tell us about what nonprofit, who is your nonprofit and what you do? Josephine.
Hi, I'm a board secretary for Dare to Run Incorporated. It teaches women to run for office throughout the country. Right now, we're focused more in New York City and we're looking to expand.
Excellent. Truman, what about you, my brother? Tell us a little bit about what you do, your nonprofit does. We have someone that just popped in. Williams, tell us about who you are and what's the name of your nonprofit and where you're located. Williams, can you unmic yourself?
Yes. Hello. I'm Jermaine Williams from Shreveport, Louisiana. The nonprofit organization I'm with is United Nonprofits, and I'm director of donor relations.
What do y'all do? What does your nonprofit do? Who's your clientele?
Yes, we educate and empower individuals in our community and improve their quality of life through intervention programs and social interaction programs.
Excellent. And what state are you representing again?
Louisiana.
Excellent. Okay, we just had Tiger to pop in, or did Tiger go back out again? James Brooks, who are you? What part of the country are you from? Can you unmute yourself? We can't hear you. Can you hear me? We can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, while he's dealing with that issue, hold on, let me see if he got us back here. Can you unmute yourself? We can't hear you. Unfortunately, we run into technical difficulties. While that brother try to get that together, let me share with you that in addition to attending class today, those of you that, okay, my brother, can you tell us who you are, what part of the country you represent?
Yes, sir. My name is James Brooks. I represent the state of Michigan.
Mr. Ken in the house, okay. So I was about to say that everybody that attend class today is going to get a professional certificate showing that you attended this workshop. Why is that important? When you go for funds, they want to know what type of professional workshops have you attended. And guess what? The one that they definitely want to hear is that you went to a workshop to talk about how you're going to financial nonprofit beyond where it is now. Now, who has now Brooks, James Brooks, tell us about your nonprofit. What do you do?
Yes, sir. Again, like I said, my name is James Brooks. I started my own business, and it's called My Seats, SEAT. It's a special education advocate team. That's what the acronym means. My job is to go in and represent all the parents who have children who have an IEP, an individual education plan, and advocate for their rights in order to get the services that they need.
Excellent. We're going to be getting started in about 4 to 5 minutes as we let people chime in. Let me tell you some of the parts of the country that's going to be attending this workshop besides yourself. We got Milwaukee that's coming. Believe it or not, we have Pennsylvania, Texas, Oregon, Montana, Michigan, North Carolina, LA, Georgia, Alabama. Illinois is coming to Hawaii. We got even folks from Hawaii that's going to be attending this workshop. We mentioned LA, Florida, South Carolina, New Jersey. We have folks that's coming from Native Americans, Canadians, and people from England, all over the place is going to be taking part in this workshop. We have about 25 different locations that's going to be attending the workshop, and we cover all time zones. We're going to be getting started. It's 5:39. We're going to be getting started at 5:44. That being said, and since you're here, any questions that anybody wants to ask before we actually do get started with the class?
Okay, I have a question. My first question is I newly got my LLC, and I believe I got all my paperwork right. My question to you is, now that I have that established, what is the first step into acquiring a grant to help fund my business?
If you hold on to that question, that's what this class is all about. It's going to address that question plus more.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
So we would directly address that question. Now, you mentioned that you started an LLC. Now, where are you from again?
Again, I'm from Michigan.
Okay, are you starting an LLC that's an LO3C?
When I initially filled out my paperwork, it was for a 501 C3. But that's another question I have is, when I initially filled it out, it was for nonprofit.
Right.
So that is the part that I need to figure out, because when I attempted to get funding from business cards or they asked me that question, and that question left me with, yes, I'm not sure. Are you for? I filled out the paperwork for nonprofit.
Right. See, when there's,
but I don't have.
There's your 501c3, which is your traditional nonprofits. all of the organizations here, I think, are 501c3 related. There's another new type of nonprofit that your state represents in 8 other states. It's called an L3C. An L3C is a combination of a nonprofit and a for-profit. So that's where I want to meet with you. Probably do a Zoom with you to see specifically, are you an L3C, and to show you how to get the money as relates to an L3C. As a matter of fact, this workshop is going to be talking about that type of nonprofit, which is an L3C.
Okay, good. And I would be able to sign up, or I'd be able to gain one. Would I be able to apply for that?
You definitely will if you're not already. That's why I want to look at what you have now, and you can probably just convert it to an L3C if you're already a nonprofit. What happens is that everybody here in LLC, they become afraid because L3Cs traditionally are for-profits. However, it's this new type of nonprofit that's called an L3C. And the states that represents Illinois, Louisiana, Maine, Michigan, Rhode Island, Utah, Montana, and Wyoming. These are the only states now that represent what we call an L3C. But we're going to talk about what are the benefits of starting an L3C. So, folks, we got 1 minute, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. And then what's going to happen as people come in, then they come in.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to introduce my nonprofit business. So my
You're going to represent. There you go. Represent.
I know. You started after I got on. Yeah, you went.
Definitely, because
the lady that was after me. I have.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Represent.
Okay, I have a nonprofit called Michigan Native Youth Program, and that program.
Youth. Okay, Native American in the house.
Yeah, so that's targeting Metro Detroit area students ages 8 through 18. I've been having my company has been in business for a year. I have applied for 501c3 a couple of months ago. We focus on what I have is called monthly talks. We have talks once a month in which we get the youth together. I have a hall I'm partnered with in which they come in once a month. We teach them life skills. We teach them mannerism. We teach them etiquette. We teach them how to do an interview. All those things they need to go out through life with learn how to take care of themselves. And I also, every year I sponsor a Black college tour with them. It's a 1-day trip that we do. That's this month actually. So that's pretty much it. So
that's a great idea.
So, and I do the back to school. I do the back to school events. I do mostly like this in Easter. We're doing an Easter event for all the community, kids or whatever. So I'm glad to be on this call today, and I look forward to get some more information to help my.
Let me give some feedback. First of all, I want to thank each of you for staying through the entire class, given all of the technical problems that we ran into. Give me some takeaways before, and make sure, folks, email me so I can get you your certificate. It's for taking a professional grant class. Now, some other classes that we have coming up during this month and next month is artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and the Web3 and how it benefits nonprofits. We have another class that's coming up. It's called Professional Business Plan. How to put together an overview or putting together a professional business plan. And then the last coming up is going to be how to start an L3C, a low profit, limited liability company. That being said, any takeaways, anything that you want to share with us? But this note for those that are listening on YouTube, those that are listening on LinkedIn, We got you. We haven't forgotten you. This thing is going national on all those platforms. And we have over 25 different states that are participating in this. We got Hawaii in the house. We got Native Americans, we got Canadians, we got people from England, all over the place in different time zones. So that being said, any takeaways, anything anybody want to say before we get out of here this evening? That being said, I want to commend you on coming through our difficulties that we had with the PowerPoint presentation, with the stage, which means that you felt that this information was necessary. People that take this class, they think differently. All of a sudden now they're in the game, they understand how the game is played. And they're not part of the 9 out of 10 nonprofits that failed in the first 3 years. These nonprofits start the nonprofit and they try to fund it out their pockets. And eventually they go broke. So please get in contact with me to learn more about what we do and how we can partnership with you. Because you're taking this class, any of the training that we provide will be a discount to you because you took the class tonight. Get started. My name is Michael Randolph, and I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. And what we do is to provide assistance to nonprofit and small for-profit startup business. Today's workshop is an informational workshop on how to start, operate, finance, and go in nonprofit. A lot of times, folks know how to start a nonprofit, but they don't get the money to operate a nonprofit, nor to finance. And more importantly, they don't get the information necessary to grow a nonprofit. So let's get started. By the way, everybody's going to be getting the presentation that we presented today. In addition to this, and this is very, very important, make sure you email me with the name of your organization or your name related to the certificate for this particular professional grant writing workshop. So make sure if it want to be in your name, I'll put it in your name, or if it's in your organizational name, I'll put it in their name. That being said, folks, let's get busy. So again, we are the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development. We are a 501c3, and our mission is to provide innovative, practical, and top quality products and services that save time and improve the way nonprofit operate. The fact of the matter is this: most nonprofits within the first 3 years of operation fail because they fail to have the strict infrastructure necessary to go after the funding necessary to fund their nonprofit. That's what we do. We teach all of that. So this lists the different types of services that we provide. Because we provide what's known as a holistic approach to nonprofit. Anywhere from how to do professional grant preparation, professional business proposal, business projects. As you can see, that list goes on and on. What's most important is that you're going to get this list and determine what about service that you need. One of the services that I strongly suggest every nonprofit to do is board training. Board training is so important because as you begin to go for funding, they want to know what type of training has your board had. Added to that is that we provide an affordable professional training to nonprofits because we are a nonprofit as well. So this is a little bit of information about me. I was born in Baltimore. I have over 40 years of training. That's 20 years of training in terms of doing the type of work that I do. As you can see in the picture, this picture is me teaching students at the University of South Florida. on how to do grant development. I've also taught the classes at John Hopkins in Baltimore today, grad students, on how to do grant proposal and start nonprofit. I decided at one point that I don't want to teach the elite. They got the money already. These grad students, I want to teach regular people who are trying to resolve regular issues how to get money for that nonprofit. So again, as you see, we specialize in providing assistance to nonprofits since 2011. We also specialize in those of you that are working in your neighborhoods. We specialize in developing neighborhood planning and economic development initiatives in poverty-stricken communities throughout the country. And we do this because we focus on creating national models and best practices. To date, we've provided assistance this type of training to not 2,500, but to over 3,500 nonprofits throughout the United States. And this includes government agencies as well as nonprofits, faith-based groups, businesses, and individuals. In terms of working with nonprofits to get started and do that paperwork, we've given that assistance to over 300 new nonprofits throughout the United States. We have clients in 12 states all over the place. We just added 3 states to this, but we're all over the globe when it comes to working with nonprofits. Now, and this is to be interesting. To date, we've provided assistance in terms of getting over $75 million to nonprofits throughout the United States, specifically in Baltimore and Tampa Bay. That doesn't mean every nonprofit got a large sum. One nonprofit might have got 5,000, another might have got 2 million, another might have got 20 million, but that's the totality of that. I challenge you to follow me on LinkedIn. If you go on LinkedIn, you're going to see that I have over 1,000 recommendations from people from around the country that have tapped into my service or know my expertise. This talks about some of the unique training that I provide throughout the United States. You can read this at your leisure. So, I hope that each of you have enjoyed the class. I'm looking forward to working with you. You will be getting a copy of the presentation that we did tonight. Again, I really enjoyed the class, but more importantly, I really enjoyed meeting ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things. We provide a holistic approach to taking your nonprofit from getting started to operation, to funding, and eventually to growth. Please feel free to contact us